one turn. Top it off. Think the word. Let me tell you what I say when I'm dealing with a funky sidewalk. And let me show you how I walk when I gotta do my funky walk. And let me tell you what I say when I'm dealing with a funky sidewalk. I say, sugar. It's a Jesus. Yes, I is at the mizzle. It's out the whiz. They sit so the kids out and kids. They biz ass bizzle. Yes, all biz out the mizzle. Shills who kills us. Wheels out, news out, bills, baby. Wheels and hills out, bills, and there's double deserts. There's double deserts. There's double deserts. Wheels and hills out, bills, and there's double deserts. There's double deserts. There's double deserts. Music kills our seals on bills, our bills, they bills over bills, my kids are. Wheels ain't good, is it? It's up, kids are. It's always like. It's up, kids are. It's always like this out. We'll see. We'll so see. Bip, bop, bam, alakazam. But only if you're grooving with the double dutch man. Put on your skates, don't forget your rope. Cause I know I'm gonna see you at my double dutch show. Rebecca, Lolita, Fashawn, and Dawn. Every time you do the double dutch, you really turn it on. Bill Zarber, Bill Sari, Bill Sadie, Bill Sam, Bill Zombie, Bill Sarrett, Bill Zombie, that's my man. Come on, get on my double dutch bus. The double dutch bus. Let me hear you say do that. Let me hear you say do that again. Let me hear you say do. Let me hear you say do. Everybody, what's going on? Hi, this is your girl Coco 929, aka Libra Butterfly, the Empress. What's going on, April? I'm trying to find a way to give you your wrench back. YouTube has did some stuff. I don't know what they've done, but they did some stuff, and I cannot click on your name to give you your wrench at this time. S300, he didn't have his either, and I had to go back another way and get him in somebody else's chat and click it then. But I don't never see you in nobody else's chat. So I'm asking King to help me with that. So one day I'll have you refresh and it should be back on there. So you still my girl. You still got that sniping ability. So anyway, hey everybody. Hey, my butterflies up in the sky. What's going on? This is your girl. This is Monday Mania Madness. Let me tell you what YouTube did. So I just received an email from YouTube. And you all know that sometimes I put the cover of my book out here as my thumbnail or whatever, instead of looking for a picture, right? Well, this time, instead of putting the head of the book, I put the body of the book, and it's got the stripes on it. It talks about molestation, self-hatred, rape, all this and stuff. Okay. They sent me an email and said they had blocked it because it was sexual in nature. Now I've seen people come on here where they hold ta TTs out. I've seen people come over here with they whole butt showing with daggone dildos and all of this, but my book is offensive because it is sexual in contact, and all you seen is words on it. Are you serious? So I just want you to know that they are really coming after those of us who are just spitting truth, truth.com. We spitting it so much they can't take it. Okay. So, only thing they can tell me from now on is that you can't come on no more. I ain't mad. I find a way to do whatever. So thank you all for all of y'all support. Okay. I just wanted to tell you all that. Move forward. By it being a Monday, I hope everybody has had a decent day so far, better day, great day, marvelous day, whatever your day has been like. If it has not been great, I hope it turns around. And we're not going to be on here long, but I do want to cover some stuff. So the first thing I want to do is make you all aware of something that you may not be aware of. Again, thanks 300 and anybody else who I missed. Okay. So let's go here. With this stupid mouse, y'all know this mouse got a mind of its own. I don't know why it don't roll, but hey, whatever. When it wrong, we're gonna do as Romans do. Okay. Y'all see this picture? Let me go back up here, see if y'all see it. Hold on. Okay, y'all see that picture, right? What does it look like to you guys? When I first saw it, I thought it was berries. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. When I first saw it, I thought it was berries. So, y'all tell me what you think it is. Caviar? Okay. Okay, so this right here, you guys, that is ticks. These are tick eggs, TICKS, tick eggs. If you ever see this, burn it or destroy it somehow because these are ticks and they're about to hatch. Okay. I wanted to share that because a lot of people don't know what ticks look like before they hatch. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Yeah, it does look like blackberries, don't it? Yep. But it's ticks. Mm-hmm. Yep, tick eggs. Yep. So y'all make sure if you see this on branches and grass and stuff, like, do not touch it with your hand. Do not disturb it like that unless you're destroying it. Because other than that, when ticks bite, they are something else. Okay. So you're welcome. So I just wanted to make you guys aware that this is ticks. Okay. So now we have heard stories about Aunt Jemima and stuff like that, right? But nobody has ever shown a correct picture of her. I want to show y'all this picture. Give me one moment to pull it up. Come on, where are you at? Stop it. Quit, what's up? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm talking to the mouse. Let me pull it up for you. Is that the one I want? You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. It's not the one that I want, y'all. That's not the one that I want. This is the one that I want right here. Open sesame. Okay, hold on. Download. And let me pull her up. Here she go. Let me come back to you guys. Let me see. Gallery. There we go. I was going to pull up something else. Okay. Y'all see this picture? Okay. Yeah, y'all can see it. That is Let me go back to the original picture. Hold on. Hey, Jermaine G, what's going on? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Okay, so what do y'all notice on this picture though? You know how you hear people say um, that blacks didn't get special privileges or things of that nature. But what do you all notice? And I'm doing this for a reason. See, here's the thing when it comes to history, okay? A lot of times it's his story. You get what I'm saying with that? It's his story. And a lot of times us Africans in America, what we do is regurgitate what we were taught from his story instead of our own. Okay. Um, she's up front with the white man and not hidden in the back. There you go, 300. And also, you see a rope? You see this rope right here on the side of him? Let me go back to the original picture so I can. They were actually coming to see this woman who came up with this fancy syrup. Okay. They were actually coming to meet her. That's why there's a long line that's going out this door. They were actually coming to meet her and Jemima. This is the man. He owns the store. He gave her somewhat of a celebrity store to store. And so they did a meet and greet to where she actually was meeting people, and they just so happened to be their flavor. Okay, so y'all saw that. You see what I'm saying? And so, what I want to do is to shed a light on some stuff. There was an interesting dialogue going on in Mama's Tita's chat today about African Americans. Okay, and I know in history that it was said that we didn't have guns and we wasn't riding on horses and all this and stuff. But what you all have to remember that it was blacks here before the pilgrimage from Africa and places like that. There were already black people here. Remember, Christopher Columbus didn't discover America because America was never lost. Okay, this was a thriving place when he got here. He just conquered people and took over. Like, okay, the Indians had, let's just say, all of Texas. And they came in and said, we don't think you need all the Texas. Texas, you'll do good. We're just going to give you Houston. But the rest of it belonged to us. Because we don't think you can, we really don't think you need that much land. You see what I'm saying? That's what happened. But as long as they're able to tell his story, we never know ours. And we're always trying to discover our history instead of telling his story. Okay? So, but that's her. That's Aunt Jemima. Now that leads me to another story. Okay. And I'm gonna pull this up. 300. I think I remember the name. If not, text it to me. The name I asked you about earlier. I said, don't forget this name. I think I remember it, but just to be on the safe side. Okay. I'm going to show you all a picture. And let me see. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Dang, it keeps on doing this. Okay, so let me just go over here and just show y'all, period. Let me go back. This is gonna blow some of y'all, man. Some of y'all don't know, some of you do, but we're gonna bring it up. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Okay, let me just start from here and then I'll click on it. Okay, so and hey to everyone up in my butterfly queendom. I hope you are having a marvelous Monday. So, okay, y'all, some of you are old enough to know about the Long Ranger and Tonto, right? And if you about 50 or so, you remember the Long Ranger on TV was white and Tonto was an Indian, right? And he was a law outlaw, if it makes sense. He rode around bringing in justice and all of that. So nobody really knows that Long Ranger was actually a black man. They got the character Long Ranger from Bass Reeves, who was the first black marshal. His name was Bass Reeves, and they called him Long Ranger. So let me bring that up. That's an original picture of him. I hope y'all can see this. If you can't, give me one moment. Okay. And to those of you all that know it, this is just a refresher, nothing major. Okay, here we go. Oh, hold on, y'all. There we go. Do y'all see that? That's the Long Ranger, you guys. That's what he looks like. His name is Bass Reeves. Okay. And let me see. There are several books on Bass Reeves. Let's just go down here and read a little bit from right here. It said, born into slavery, Bass Reeves became the most successful U.S. marshal on the Wild West. Many heroic lawmen of the Wild West, familiar to us through television and film, were actually violent scoundrels and outlaws themselves. Okay? So, there's different books out here about him. You can take your pick. Gary wrote a book, and there he is. Let's click on that image. Let's see. The life and legend of frontier Marshal Bass Reeves. Okay, Black Gun, Silver Star. Deputy U.S. Marshal Bass Reeves appears as one of the 8 notable Oklahomans. Okay, the most feared U.S. Marshal in the Indian country. That Reeves was also an African American who had spent his early life as a slave in Arkansas and Texas, makes his accomplishments all the more remarkable. Bucking the odds, I'm sorry we didn't keep Black people's history. A clerk at one of Oklahoma's local historical societies answered a query. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah. His name, like I said, was Bass Reeves. And Judge Parker, I believe, is the one that he actually went and picked up people for. Okay? So most of the times when you do see Black people in these depictions, they're taking it loosely from this character. This is a real person. He was a real person. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. A lot of people feel as if our history started when most of us, for the most part, was brought here on slave ships. But no, we had history long before then. Okay, long before then. We would never know what really happened in the past. Well, that's why I rely on what I see going on from when I was born to now. Okay. Well, I don't know how it is in other countries, but how we get around that is the fact when you have people like case in point, my auntie died at 107. She was 107 years old, and she was still in her right mind when she passed. So that's why it's pervient. It's really a good idea to sit with older people that's in their 90s and 80s, while they can still recollect the past and jot down what they say happened. Because most of them, if you ask them about their childhood, they can go. If for some reason they may not remember yesterday, but they can go back to when they were 6 years old and Mr. Willie had the candy store, and I used to go over there and I bought several pieces of candy for a penny, and Auntie such and such used to own this, and she lived down the street, and they can remember all the old stuff because that's what they were rooted in. But it's the stuff that happens recently that most of the time they have an issue with. So, we are blessed to live a long life, as far as my mom's side of the family. And, we asked a lot of questions. Now, on my dad's side of the family, on both sides, actually, we have historian books that goes all the way back. I think the one we went all the way back to was 16 something in the book, and like who begot who married who had who, what part of the states they was in, and all this and stuff like that. So that's very important because our history wasn't documented unless the midwife that came over on the or that kept record of who Auntie Sally's daughter was and all this and stuff. We don't know. And that's why they also had begun to sew quilts, because in the quilt, y'all, every piece of the quilt meant something. Like it would be one square of when a child was born. It may be another square of when daddy bought the cornfield. It might be another square. You see what I'm saying? So Black people, our history is exciting, it's mysterious, but it's checkered at best. And I say that. Hey, Unbother Mimi. Hey, Smooches sis. Thanks for coming. Black people's history is really, really, we are in every facet of the world. We are in every facet of entertainment, every facet of inventions. Okay, so me and 300, y'all know we talk. We was having an intellectual conversation, and he brought us something that made sense. He's, hey, what's up, NC girl? Hey, love, thanks for coming over. And he said, now people got credit for the cotton gin, talking about the slave owner got credit for the cotton gin. He said, now when in the history of slavery did our white masters want to make it easier for us to do our jobs? You know what I'm saying? So you're going to create the cotton gin to make it easier for us. Man, if you don't quit that, and a lot of people, they don't believe that a Black man actually did create the cotton gin. We was always creating and inventing, y'all. And what happened? They put their name on it and took it. Yes, ma'am, I did, NC girl. Yes, ma'am. And because I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with April's name, because for some reason, well, April and 300 wasn't my minds anymore. I don't know what happened with that. I was able to fix 300s. I haven't fixed April's yet. And I said, you are always over here, honey. Yes, you deserve that. So yes, ma'am. So but yeah, y'all, there's a lot of things that we've done that they took and slapped their name on it. Just like they took land from us and slapped their name on it. See how that works? So why is it so hard to believe? Because the question, the thing was about Django. I don't know if y'all ever seen Django before, but it was about Django. And Django is with Jamie Foxx. And that character is loosely based on who? Bass Reeves, okay? So somebody was just saying that it was fictional because we never had guns, nor did we ever ride horses back in slavery. And I had to correct them, and I said, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. We most definitely had guns, and we most definitely rode horses. Now, for all of us, no, but you did have some of us who did because we were rebellious. We fought to stay free. Some of us went over freely, and some of us fought every chance we got to be free. Remember, when they came over here, there was already black people here functioning. They got enslaved. Black folks, this country would have succeeded. Just my right, right. So, and I understand where that's coming from. That's coming from his story. You understand what I'm saying? Not history, but his story. And we have been programmed so much with his story that we don't look for history. Okay? We don't look for the root of things or the beginning of things. And the more awakened we become, the more the truth comes out. Remember, for years, they kept saying we were lying when we said Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. Didn't discover America. Everybody kept on saying, y'all lying. The history books, y'all lying. Well, finally, they admitted, well, no, Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. I mean, but you remember how long that's been? So that's my point. I understand that we most of the time regurgitate, repeat what we hear when it comes from them, but you have to make sure that you're not regurgitating a lie. You have to make sure that you're not spreading falsehoods, because a lot of situations that they talk about is a lie. It's a lie, you know. Um, and so that's when like I said, a lot of people didn't know that Bass Reeves was Lone Ranger. That you know, that's where they got Lone Ranger from. They took who he was, put a white face on it, and sold it for millions. Okay, here's another story, but I'm just going to show y'all how even when we do the very best we're supposed to do, how it's never good enough. Okay, and how hold on, y'all, and how like I said, how it's never good enough, how they always want to again slap a white face on it. And I don't have, and when I say stuff like that, I don't have anything against white people at all. I don't. So don't add me, because I don't have anything against, but I am B1 first. I'm black first before I'm anything. It just is what it is. Even if I was born with two sexes, like a morphodike, if I had a vagina and a peen, what will be the one thing that I am consistently black first? Okay, there are some morphodikes out there. I know y'all like, huh? Yeah, that's a whole nother story. So let me see. So I ran across a story that it kind of sickened me, and trying to find it, because I always like to give y'all receipts when I see something. And is this today? Hold on. Nope. Hold on. If I can't find it, I'll just tell y'all. And then, when I'm able to find it, I'll pull it up. But what had happened was there was two black valedictorians, okay, at this school. They did everything they were supposed to be valedictorians, okay? It was only supposed to be those two, right? Well, the school decided, because the two of the valedictorians were black, that they didn't think that was fair. So they added a white woman to it. I mean, a white girl, to balance it out. Now, y'all just heard what I said. Y'all heard what I said. Them women, them young ladies worked their butt off to become valedictorian, okay? But because both of them were black, the school decided, well, that's not fair. We're going to add a white girl in here too. That wasn't as high as these two black young ladies, okay? So, I mean, yeah. Yep. So instead of them being able to proudly address their class and say everything that they, needed to say and wanted to say and stuff like that. It was taken from them, and them two and a white girl was added to just make it a little bit better. We're just gonna balance it out. It's unfair that it's just one race. So we're just gonna balance it out. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna balance it. We're just gonna balance it. What type of, I thought to myself, if these young ladies worked as hard as they did to become, the head of the class, to talk to the class and encourage the class, and they happen to be both black people, so what? Y'all don't say that when it's white people. Y'all don't add a black person to average it out then. It's only an issue when it's us. And that's what makes my stomach turn, y'all, when they be saying, oh, America's not racist. Oh, there's no need for what is it? When you go for a job, I'm getting man blocked right now. When you go for a job and they can't discriminate against you because of your color and stuff like that. There's no need for that anymore. We can remove those because after all, we did have a black president. We had a black president who did nothing for black people. Oops, I done made some people mad because I'm Obama-ites. Hey, Londo, what's going on, babes? Thanks for coming. Okay, thank you for listening. Did you hear that they're passing laws where race isn't discussed? Yeah, because you know why? It makes them look bad. It makes them take a look at themselves, okay? It makes them take a look at themselves. See, you want us to keep looking at you like you're gods. We know you're not. But you want us to keep looking at you like you are. And so in order for you to stay on this level that you think you're on, and for us to be on the level that you try to put us on, yeah, we can't talk about the pass it out. Now, I warned everybody when they start taking down them statues, the Robert E. Lee statues and all that, black people, yeah, take them down. They represent prejudice. Take them down. I said, y'all, they're not doing it because they're doing it for us. They're doing it to erase their history. See, if you have nothing out here that resembles anything from the past, how can you prove it? That's their mindset. So let's get rid of General Lee. Let's get rid of this one, that one, this one. Let's get rid of all of that because that way now they don't have a point of reference because it's all still centered around they don't want to give us no money. Can I just boil it down to the bare facts? They don't want to give us no reparations. None. So if they feel like if they can erase it, then we have no proof. So that's what that is. Let me see. Affirmative action. That's what it was. I couldn't think of it, but I seen the 2 A's, but couldn't. Anyway, moving forward. Let me see. Yes, you're right, April. But you know what? It went on systematically, and we wasn't awake as a people. What's happening now with the George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, them 2 situations woke us up. It's like, wait a minute now. On national TV, you got a grown man screaming for his mama, and you got people saying he can't breathe. And you got a police officer that linked even harder on this man's neck, killing him in front of everybody. If we want to, let's go back to Gardner, who was just selling loosey-gooseys, them cigarettes and CDs in front of the store, and a cop choked him out because he was already plus size. So you know it ain't going to take that much to cut their air supply out. And the cop choked him out. He died. See what I'm saying? So, you can only have so many of them before people go to, wait a minute, hold on now. And then you had Dylan Roof, who sat in a church, a Methodist church, with black people who were nice to him and loved on him and offered God to him and all of this, for him to get up and kill the people in the church, to shoot it up. And then the same police that would have killed us, they would have dusted off a bullet and put it in us, took him to Burger King before they took him to jail. See, you can only have so many of those incidents before you get real black people that be like, hold on now. Now, y'all did this, and we kind of was like, huh. Y'all did this, and we was kind of like, huh. Now we ain't hood no more. And that's why Dr. Claude Anderson, okay, he is saying that and I agree with him on this. I'm gonna tell you why. He's saying every African American person needs to change their way of voting to independent. Now, when I say that, I know some of y'all are diehard Democrats. It's Democrat until I die. I can hear it. But are some of y'all maybe diehard Republicans? Who knows? But neither party is doing anything for black people. Neither party. And you actually have somebody on the vice president saying she wasn't gonna do nothing strictly for blacks, and everybody think that's okay. Everybody's like, oh, well, she just can't do it because she's just not a black president. But they did something strictly for Asians, and she ain't strictly Asians either. And they did something strictly for Mexican and Latinos, and they not that either. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? We got to stop making excuses for bad behavior. We got to stop making excuses for the ones who's still trying to oppress us, who's still trying to lock us down, who's still trying to hold us, who still don't want us to come out and up. If nothing else, think back to the Tulsa thing, Tulsa, Oklahoma. These people were doing what, okay, they said they want us to do. You all need to get your life in order, get your money, get your this. Okay, they was doing it. And what had happened? As soon as they start striving, a white woman again lies and they tear up all of the economical strength that we had. What's going on? It's all hot air smooches. I'm not affiliated. I changed that away. Here, come on now, NC girl. I know you're right. The most dangerous weapon against racism is knowledge. That's why they didn't want us reading, because knowledge is power. As a people, we should use it. You know what? Baba Mimi, sis, you are so right. When I was younger, this is what this lady told me. And maybe she heard it from somewhere else. I don't know. But when I was younger, she said, you may want to travel, but a book can take you anywhere you want to go. That's exactly what she said. If you learn how to get in a book, it'll take you anywhere you want to go. If you want to go out of the country, pick a country and read about it. Pick a story and read on it. And so I love to read. I do. You know, yeah. And even the Ku Klux Klan said when I was younger, it was back in the 70s or the 80s, said if you don't want a black person to know, put it in a book. That's letting you know. They know we don't read as a collective body. We don't read. And who was it that said, I think it was Brother Dirk C. Williams. Shout out to my brother. I think he was the one that said, I refuse for the smartphone to be smarter. No, the smartphone to be smart and I'm dumb. Something like that. He had it all together. Somebody did say, I got a smartphone, but I'm dumb. It shouldn't work like that. You know, so yeah, our phone know more than we do. And so yeah, they got us right where they want us. It's fast technology. Let me tell you, I have a daughter, and people laughed at the name that I gave her. I'm gonna tell y'all her name. I named her at the time. I had just had her, and they was like, "Mom, do you know what you want her to be named?" And I said, because I put thought into the names that I give my kids. Okay, I don't just name them no anything because it sounds good. I put thought in it. So at the same time, when this nurse asked me that, there was a commercial going across my screen, and it said, yes, order the Encyclopedia Britannica. These are blah, blah, blah. And I said, yes, I want to name her Britannica. And she said, really? I said, yes. I said, because she is a scholar. And what better way to remind my child that she's a scholar than name her after encyclopedias? I said, so I want her to be named Britannica, and that's her name. And they asked me all the time, what made you come up with that name? And so when they was talking, but she cut in, they was talking to her, they was like, your mom named you? She said, I know, Britannica. I said, but tell them what your score was doing school. She went to a private girls' school. Not only did somebody pay for her to go to a private girl school, she kept a 4.0 all the time she was in school. Thank you very much. See, just because I ain't named Masha Walker And I ain't knocking if it's a Shawaka after. More luck to you, baby. But just because I ain't named Ash Shawaka, don't knock me. Because I looked at each one of my kids got a unique name for a reason. When they go for an interview, you don't know if they black, white, green, polka dot with blue stripes. You have no idea. You can't pinpoint them. And that's what I wanted. Even my sons got professional names. So you can't tell my real name. You can't, my government name. You can't even tell if I'm white or black. So that's all I'm saying. It's girl. For real, unbother me. I'm serious. It just, like y'all, don't get me started because I'm on one today. I'm just saying. That's what I did. It don't make me better than nobody, but that's just what I did. I looked like I said, when that commercial went across, I said, this is what I'm gonna name her. And even my daughter, who has the 5 kids, she kept a 4.1 during the whole school year, was honored by the ROTC of Kentucky. Come on, she also just got her registered nursing in September, her BSN in March. She's doing nails and she's doing nails and she's also studying for her real estate license. Come on now. Come on. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Say what you got. Say what you want. So no 300 quit. See, that's commendable on Baba Mimi. Yes, honey. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. They better go ahead and congratulations to you, because you mama. Congratulations to you. Now, like I told everybody, going to college wasn't mandatory because I'm smart enough to understand college is not for everybody. It's just not. It's idea. But if you think about it, a whole lot of us got college degrees. We're not even working in the degree that we got. You don't want to know how many I got. And I even though this last one, I do counseling, but it's not on the effect that I should be doing it. But what was mandatory was high school diploma. Now you got to do the bird tactics. You got to give us that diploma. After that, it's on you, boo. So, oh, you're welcome. Yeah, after that, it's on you. I ain't gonna put no more pressure on you. Now, my baby girl told me, she said, Mama, after the year I had, I don't think I'm going to college. Okay, that's up to you. But you're gonna have to be able to take care of yourself because mama's done. See how that works? You gotta make sure you draw the line. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to stand on your own. I taught you how to stand on your own. Now it's time for you to fly. Go fly, birdie. It's good. See, and what I don't do is handicap my kids. See, you need to know what it feels like to have some no's. Because right now, mom and daddy, we done girded you. So, you don't even know what a no is for real. But it's time for you to have some no's, for something to go, no, we can't do that. It's time for you to, want a steak and only can afford a White Castle burger. See what I'm saying? Once you do that, then you will appreciate what our mom and dad did. And then it'll let you know, I got to get it together. See, sometimes we love them, but we got to give them tough love too. Can't keep handicapping them. They grow up and be deformed. They grow up and be 50, 60, 70 years old thinking like a 13, 15, 20-year-old. You're like, no, 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 no. No. Nobody owes you nothing. Get it. Right. Right. If you're gonna live here and you ain't gonna work, I need some dishes washed. I need the clothes folded. I need some trash taken out. What about that floor? It needs to be mopped. Come on, we gotta do something. Gotta do something. So right now, this is the testing period because when me and my husband bounce, hey, we've been warning y'all how long? So it's up to you. You either gonna sink or swim because when we bounce, we get in the 2-bedroom and that's it. And that extra bedroom ain't for no kid to stay. all the time. So sometimes they think I'm mean, and I probably am, but they respect it later. You don't always understand the no that you get from your parents, but down the line, you understand that no was necessary for me to be who I am today. I live with that. I can live with you not talking to me as long as I know it's for your best. I can live with that. I can, even to this point, I don't even get to see my grandkids the way I want to anymore. But I'm good with that because I'm standing my ground about some stuff. And I know if I was wrong, I would be the first to say, you know what, blue, 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 blue. But because I know I'm not wrong and I'm right, and you know how much I love my grands, okay, they ain't my kids, they my grandkids. I ain't gotta see them, and I know that sound cold, don't it? No, it don't. Cause see, people got a habit of pulling your string. I ain't on no string. I ain't no puppet. You can't pull me one way or the other. I tell you what, I love them, love you, smooches. I holler when I holler. How about that? And we ain't mad at each other, but it's just the truth. I'm not gonna get rid of my principles just to make you feel happy. I'm not gonna do that. For what? Where they do it at? Have we met? My baby girl tried college and it wasn't for her, but she'll work. Yeah, that's my baby girl. She'll pull overtime in a heartbeat. Hey, you know. I believe in NC girl. Speaking of my husband, y'all, he gave me the green light to vacation by myself. So I'm excited and scared at the same time. He said he's on A, but he made this clear. I'm only giving you one weekend. That's it. He said you're not gonna get used to going without me. He said so. I understand everybody needs some time, and since the way I'm working, I give you one weekend. That's it. Don't make me come after you. I was cracking up. I was like, okay. So I was gonna tell real mamas, I need to get a good hotel between her and Mama Tita them so I can see them and everything before I come back. Because I always wanted to go to Virginia and I always wanted to go get me some real crab from Maryland. So I'm excited. I know that's right. This work is so valuable. It is. It really is. So okay, let me get to this other one before I know it'll be time to bounce up out here. Boy, our time go quick, man. Oh, and thanks to everyone that was in the stock meeting. Oh my goodness, we had a ball in the stock meeting. It was so informative. We talked about cryptocurrency. We talked about Bitcoin. Oh my goodness, we talked about black people, like our up and coming, and oh, it was just wonderful. I appreciate you guys so much for being in there, and I can't wait to our next one. I'm gonna send out another email because if some of you all can't go on that date, I'm gonna send out another one and see with a different time and see if the date is good, but do we need another time? So, but yeah, I appreciate that. And I'm just going to say, y'all, let me make this disclaimer. I did a private meeting for a reason because there's a lot of things that I want my group to do first because that's my only concern is the people who support me. Okay. I want to be empowered and I want to empower y'all. Once we get it, then we can spread abroad and help everybody else. But first, I want us to get it locked down, locked and loaded. Then we can tell somebody else. You never tell other people before you solidify yourself. You just don't do that. That's not smart business. So I'm just asking everybody if you can just kind of keep it cute in our little meeting, and then after our second meeting, when we see how far we've grown, we come back in with more questions and stuff, and we do other things. Then we can tell other people. So that's what I'm hoping. I mean, you grown. I ain't gonna monitor you. I ain't nothing like that. I'm just asking if we can do that, please. I appreciate it. So let me let me show y'all this. Cause yeah, it's all about, everybody is passionate about their own people that come in their chat. And I'm no different. I love y'all. I rock with y'all. Y'all very intelligent people. We have fun, and like I told y'all, as I go up, I want y'all to go up with me. You know what I'm saying? So vice versa. So that's just where we are. So and then every time something happen, y'all, I'm gonna have to blame 300, and he's getting tired of me blaming him for stuff that's not his fault. Oh, honey, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. Yeah, her. That's what I said, Insty girl. Yes, But look at him, my show dude. I blame him for everything. When I can't figure it out, I go, okay, 300 is your fault. He said, of course it is. So he's getting tired of me blaming him for stuff that's not his fault for real. But I got to blame somebody. He's just the next best thing. So, okay, but check this out, y'all. This is to make y'all laugh. Check this out. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure y'all can see it before I cue him. Okay, and shout out to Rebel Son. Shout out to Rebel Son. He is crazy. Rebel got issues, y'all. He needs to put his snooch on a daggone lockdown. We're gonna just say it like that. His snooch needs to be on lockdown. Yeah. Cause Rebel and that snooch gonna be in trouble before the summer's over with. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So all right, y'all, I'm gonna play it. Y'all ready? Here you go. Niggas need a spot where we can kick. A spot where we belong. That's the us. Niggas ain't gotta get all dressed. Now I mean, where the niggas go when we die? I'm turning it off because I don't want them to flag me on the song. So look, watch this, y'all. I'm gonna play it one more time. Look, they throwing trash out. Look, and he's a Marine or something like that. I didn't see that because I don't get a chance to watch Goddess. I'm gonna go over and check her out though now that you said it. Oh, Baba Mimi, he was not playing her. Oh my God. That was hilarious. Forget you. That was hilarious. He was like, I fought for this country, so don't be throwing no trash out there like that, bro. Don't do it. It was crazy. Let me get this last one out. Oh my goodness! But now I didn't know that Goddess did anything. Does she have a shorter version, or do anybody know where the what's name is? Because I think ain't that the one who be having them like them 8 or 9 hour lives? So while I'm pulling up this next one, y'all, I just want to tell y'all thank y'all for y'all prayers and everything. It Saturday. I'm trying not to really remember the date, but Saturday was the date that we found my daughter and everything. So it has been a year. So it was something else. So when I was doing that stock thing, I was so glad to be in that meeting with you guys because it kept me focused and it kept my mind off of it. However, late on that night, when I came out of the meeting and I was able to just sit, my mind went all the way back to that day. I didn't handle it so well. I didn't handle it so well at all. So, but I want to say thank you guys who is continuously praying for me and my family and my grandson. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm not depressed or anything, but it's just crazy. Let me see. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. So, I don't think he's back. Let me share this. Speaking of a kid, I have a best friend, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all this picture, okay? Okay. Cause y'all know y'all know I do show missing kids and stuff. So here's another one, okay? It just so happened to be, okay, y'all see this young man? That's my best friend's grandson. Okay. And he's missing. And he's 14 and he was last seen in a 2017 gray Buick Encore. Um, yeah, we're gonna pray for him. We're gonna pray. She called him. Now this is a friend of mine's too. Okay, my best friend is he's my best friend's grandson because of his dad. His dad is my best friend's son. This is one of my friends I grew up with, and that's her grandson as well because of his mom. The little boy's mother is her daughter. Okay, so that's how two friends share the same boy. But yeah, and just take a look at his face and everything. And I was trying to see before I told you guys, had there been an update? Had he been returned home? Have they heard anything? And they still haven't heard anything yet. They haven't heard anything. So y'all, this is the second one of the people that I know, a friend of mine whose child has just disappeared. Okay, it's real out here, who just disappeared. So if you all can, just keep him in your prayers, and that he'll be. This is my best friend Tanya's grandson. So I will be talking with her a little later today, just to see what's the outcome, and you know yeah, it's in Kentucky. Yeah, it's in Kentucky. So yeah, I appreciate that. Yep, he does. Yeah, she calls him her grand brat. She goes, y'all see my grand brat? Because he's been the only grandchild for both of them the whole time. Like for real, he's 14. And her other daughter, I mean, her son is now pregnant, but he's been the only grandchild. And so, like I said, it don't have to be my kid. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person. Like if it ain't about my kid, it ain't about nothing. That's kind of selfish as heck. That is selfish. And that's why I tell these people, okay, okay, she just sent me an inbox, y'all. They found him. They found him and the car. Thank you, Lord. Okay, she just sent me that inbox. Woo! Thank you, God. Oh my goodness. I ain't gonna call right now because if I know her, she going off. So I'm not gonna call. I'll wait until later and see where they found him at. We need to stress to these kids that they need to keep in contact with us. That we're not trying to bully them and all this type of stuff. We need them to stay in contact with us. You know. I will share this with you guys though. Hold on. I am trying to learn. Unbother Mimi, I think you understand where I'm at with this, babes. But I'm trying to learn to hold on. I might have to go back. I am trying to learn how to celebrate instead of crying about my daughter. Even though it was horrific, y'all, how she went up out of here, I am still trying to celebrate her life. So, okay, here we go. No, 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 no. I said he was the only grandson ever. Okay, but her son has a girl that's pregnant that will be the second grandson. Like she only has one, and that was him. Ugh. Okay, so I do have one more thing after this, but I wanted to, if y'all don't mind, today's the 7th, right? Yep, yep, it's a year. So here we go. Okay. All right, let me go over these pictures a little bit and make sure you all can see them. Yeah, y'all can see them. Okay, let me go back. This is my babes. Okay, this is the daughter that was savagely and brutally taken away from us. This is Miss Jasmine, honey, in all her glory. This is my little sister, and we was at one of my other daughter's weddings. Um, yep, this is Jasmine. This is Jasmine. This is Jasmine. My babes. My babes. Three of my babes. I love this picture right here of her. I do. I love that picture. Yep. But this is my baby. This is one of my other babes. So y'all see how feisty she is? You could tell in her pictures that she was just that one that was just feisty as all get out. And she was. She was. Thank you, Unbother Mimi. Thank you so much. Yep. So that's my boo. So, okay. The day that I believe she was taken out of here, I so happened to be, and I'm glad he's in this chat. I so happened to be talking to 300 on the phone. And I had mentioned her, but I was talking about something else, and I was like, I feel funny. I just feel funny. I was sitting on the couch. I'll never forget it like it was yesterday. And I said, oh my goodness. And he said, what is? I said, I see a red cardinal bird. I said, this cardinal bird's just staring at me through my door. It's just staring at me through my door. Like that. I said, it ain't moved. It just keeps staring at me. Then all of a sudden it flew away. And then it came right back, stepped right back on the thing, and just kept staring at me through the door. And I was like, this bird's trying to get my attention. I said, let me take a picture. So I got my camera, y'all, to take a picture of the cardinal bird. And how come that bird did not show up on my camera? And I said, wait a minute, did it fly away? And so as I lowered the camera down, my phone down, you know how you could see right over top of your phone, it was still sitting there. I was showing everything but that bird. That bird did not show up on my phone. And I was like, oh my goodness, 300. It's not showing on the phone, but it's still sitting right here. He was like, what? I said, it's this weird. Oh my goodness. I said, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I kept saying that. He was like, well, we're going to think positive. I was like, yeah, but I feel funny about this. So the bird flew away again. Next thing you know, it came back, y'all. It came back. And I kept saying, this bird's back. I was amazed that the bird came back and was looking at me through my door. That never happens. And so anyway, yeah, y'all. And I'm glad he remembered that. Yep. And I was like, I don't get it. So I'm just gonna start. I took a picture. It didn't show up in the picture, but it was still sitting on the rail. So that's what was getting to me. So anyway, we fast forward that. Next thing I know, it was June 7th. last year. And I so happened to be talking to 300 again. I'm starting to think I shouldn't talk to you, 300. Nevertheless, let's move on. So anyway, I so happened to be talking to him again. And I got a text. I had just told him again. Yeah, I wish I could see me right hand to God. I had just told him again. I said, I'm feeling funny. I said, it's something going on with one of my kids. And he said, you feel like? I said, something's going on with one of my kids. He said, why you say? I said, hold on. And I said, I screamed and said, y'all, is Jacory in here? And they was like, yes, ma'am, he's right here. I'm like, okay. And I'm sitting here, y'all, like, something's wrong with one of my kids. I said, but okay, whatever. It'll. I said, but 300. I'm feeling funny. I said, I feel real. I can't explain it. I said, something wrong. I said, I can't shake this. Something's wrong. And he kept saying, well, Lord. And then he started saying, I'm going to pray. He said, Lord, whatever it is, like that. My husband was already gone to work. Next thing you know, bing, a text came in. Now, why they text me instead of calling me, I have no idea. But the text came in, and I said, wait a minute, 300, somebody just text me. And it read, on my way to Jasmine's, they think she's dead. I said, what? And I screamed. And he was like, huh, what? What's wrong? What's wrong? He kept saying, Coco, Coco, Coco. I said, I gotta go. They think my daughter's dead. And that was it. So I'm screaming. The kids run up the steps. Mama, what's wrong? I said, they think Jasmine's dead. They said, what? Y'all, it was pouring down raining. I'm putting on my stuff. I'm like, okay, God, please no. Please no. Please no. I'm just like, please no. Y'all. When we got out there, we could not enter. My grandson's dad was there because him and my daughter still had a good relationship. They wasn't dating. They was going to get back together, but that's a whole nother story. But he was like, he said, DJ, which is my grandson, kept saying something's wrong with mommy. It's not like her to miss my event because everybody know, baby, my daughter, she loves her son. Do you hear me? She may not like you, but her son, baby, she'll move hell on earth for him, okay? So for him not to have seen her, he was getting text messages, but he hadn't seen her. See, that's the thing. I'm the type of mother like this. I don't have to be in your business. As long as y'all keep in contact with each other, I'm good. Because at least I know everybody's contacting each other. Everybody done heard from each other. We good. Okay? Anyway, y'all, we stood out there. The cops wouldn't let us in. They wouldn't tell us nothing. We had to stand out there in the cold. It was raining. My sister had just got out of the hospital. My mama wasn't feeling good. I'm on pins and needles. The kids, we all out there in the rain, just waiting for hours and hours and hours because we had to wait for the coroner to get there and the medical examiner, right? Whew. So I'm going to say about midnight, a little after midnight, is when the medical examiner got there. And I had already begun to lose it. I had already begun to just lose it, okay? Because it was something in the pit of me. I went back and thought about that red bird that kept looking at me through the screen door. Then I kept thinking about the feeling I already knew. I already knew. And so I began to lose it, okay? So they finally said, well, they were saying something, and they said, well, there's her mother. And they said, who? And they said, Mama. And the lady said, are you mom? I said, yes. She said, can you come here for a minute? So my husband then was bringing me, because they contact him at work. He left work to come and be with me, which he didn't work too far from where our daughter lived at. So I went up there and she said, do you know if your daughter has any tattoos? I said, she has plenty of tattoos. And she said, does she have one that can identify her? And we all was like, she has one right here on her shoulder and it says her name like that. And it just dawned on me that this woman is telling me she can't recognize my child. Like, that's basically what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. What aren't you telling us? Like, and she said, well, I hate to tell you this, but it is her. Y'all, I was not prepared for that. I wasn't prepared. I'm a strong individual. And I carry my family on my shoulders, trust me. But I wasn't prepared for that. And then even when I cried, I sucked it up because everybody around me was falling apart. My kids, my mama, my sister, everybody. So I had to be strong for everybody else. And my grandson, everybody was just falling apart. And so I had, like I said, I had to be strong for everybody else. So I'm the mother, but I'm holding up everybody else. So 300, I always say, one of these days you need to grieve because you still ain't grieved for your own child. You gotta take some time to grieve before you go crazy. You got to. So yesterday, y'all, was my day. Now, let me tell you what happened. Yeah, y'all know I'm transparent. I'm in New Part. I ain't gonna come over here and fake the funk. It just ain't me. My baby girl left out Friday and she said, Mama, I see you tomorrow. She said, and I said, okay, baby. I said, tomorrow. She said, yes, ma'am. I said, okay, love you. She said, love you too. I said, but call me. I need you to check in. Yes, ma'am. This child was gone all night Friday into Saturday, which I expected, but what I didn't expect is that she wouldn't call me. All day Saturday, we texting, we calling. She ain't responded at all. Now, what y'all think I thought happened? Come Sunday, I still haven't heard from her. Okay. I was like, okay, this is how we're going to do it. So I put in the chat, our family chat that we got and all this. I said, if I have not heard from her by noon, I'm putting in a missing persons report because she left here Friday and I haven't heard from her. Right. And when I did receive a text from her, it said, I'm good. Okay. That's all it said. From her, it said, I'm good. Now, a part of me felt relieved because the text message came in, she's good. But a part of me was still pissed and I was still upset. And it just triggered. And the grieving that I never did for my child, I let it go yesterday because it was too much. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It was too much. It was too much because I part of me was praying that nothing bad had happened. Because I'm like, I said, God, I can't take this twice. I can't. I'm strong, but I can't take this twice now, like that. And plus, this little girl looks just like my deceased daughter. They could be twins as much as they, and everybody thinks she's Jasmine. They be like, oh my goodness, you do look like her. Jasmine used to say that she's got a sister that looks just like her. And they were really, really close. Okay. So I'm like, I can't do two. The one almost killed me. I can't do two because that would take me out of her. And so I've been so mad and pissed at her, y'all. I haven't been able to talk to her because the more I think about it, when I saw her yesterday, I wanted to grab her by that new growth in the back of her neck. And I wanted to just grab it where I squeezed it and shook her until times got better. Okay. Seriously. And then I want to choke her until her eyes popped. So I haven't said anything to her at all. But I did tell her, we gonna talk. We gonna talk. So yeah, so yesterday it triggered everything. I mean, and it was the year two, it triggered everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. So yeah, honey. I had to retract my message. I was having a brain freeze. My daughter didn't grieve the loss of her brother until 6 months later, and it was gut wrenching. So I understand. Unbother me, man. Like I said, poor 300, poor 300. Cause I was talking, and all of a sudden, I just went. It just came out, and I mean the type of cry when you go, When you do that, you know you are really crying. And I know it's gonna happen to me again. I feel it and I've been fighting it, you know. But and my husband, he was like, because I was like, I gotta go. Because he had went somewhere for me. That's what was so funny. He went somewhere and he was like, no, don't leave. I'm on my way. Wait till I get there. I'm on my way. And he can't, I mean, he was here like lickety split. Do you hear me? Because his thing was he knew in the state of mind I was in yesterday, had I left, I would have never came back. I would have just kept going. He knew it. And because he knows me, you know, and so I waited on him, and that's why y'all saw them videos with me at the boat and the water, and not because he was taking me, trying to get myself back, trying to give me a way of escape, and trying to, you know, all this stuff and get my mind off of it and everything like that. Yeah, I'm not, and that's why I told her, I'm like, I'll holler at you, you know, I'll holler at you, because yeah, yeah, she know it too. You should have saw her face when she saw me, and I just looked at her. I promise y'all, I wanted to grab her in the back where the new growth is. I promise you, and just squeeze it, you know. So I'm like, you know, we gonna. But she does have to move. I am gonna tell her I'm giving her 30 days to find her own apartment. She's got to go. And she's not a bad child, but we're not having those episodes no more. Where I was giving her until August because, like I said, me and my husband were moving and all this. Go ahead and start putting that in order now, so that you can go on. Because I'm not doing this no more. I don't have to now. You 18. I don't have to. You out of school. I don't have to now. You know. Yeah, you're right. I am, and that's why y'all, my temper is very, very bad. Very, 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 very. So, um, yeah, that's why I was like, I don't have nothing to say to you right now. I'll talk to you. And she took that because she know I ain't gonna bump mama, because if I push her, then I'm gonna get this whole nother animal. So let me just go on downstairs and be as quiet as I can, so she won't even remember that she's supposed to talk to me. But I ain't gonna forget. Just at the time, it wasn't time to talk to you because I wanted to hurt you, you know. And it's not even the fact that she was gone. It's the fact that you avoided our texts, you avoided our calls. You didn't keep your word. You didn't call us to let us know you was okay. That's the point I'm talking about. I knew you was going away. You asked me, but you didn't check in, and then you didn't answer us. That's unacceptable. Where they do that at? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. And the uh, the book I'm writing, I got deadlines and stuff, and I'm sitting over here like, this child gonna make me miss my deadlines, and I wasn't thinking about none of that because I was thinking about her. I was like, what is going on, child? And then all these people out here getting shot, and all this stuff. Nah, man, I'm gonna need you to get you some act right. Like, you just, mama want me to call her, so let me get on her. I'd rather for her to get on my nerves calling me every however long than not to call me at all. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, y'all. My sinuses is draining. But there was one more thing I wanted to share. But anyway, okay, here it is. And then we're gonna go. And this is to all the people who think that we began as slaves. We was These kids don't think they showed on. Yep. But for real though, thanks 300, because you was showing up there for me yesterday. It didn't even start out like that, but I ended up just blubbering. So thank you so much. Appreciate you. Let me see. Okay, y'all. Here we go. Never forget, we did not begin as slaves. I don't know why everybody thinks that we began as a slave. We did not. We did not. So you know, before the slave trade. That's what we need to make sure that we look at before the slave trade. A lot of people only start with the slave trade, but we got to make sure that we look at before the slave trade because we didn't start out as slaves. That's that's that I want to be ground spirit until she really had. Right, right. What you said. So, but yeah, I could have been one of them nutting parents and been like, I don't care. When's the last time you spoke to her? Girl, Friday. You ain't gonna, girl, forget her. I could have just, yeah, but that ain't me. I ain't raised like that. I don't pump like that. None of that, you know. So, and then my baby boy, he called me and was like, "Have you found her?" I said, "Yeah." She responded. He said, "Okay." So when he see her, he gonna rip her a new one. He gonna rip her a new one. Everybody is, because they know, why would you do it to your parents? You know. So, but when she move out, hey, that's all I could say. I hope the people that quote unquote got your back now have your back then. And when I say that, y'all, I'm not saying in a bad way because she's not a bad child. And she's not. She make you laugh. She's a lovable kid. You know what I'm saying? But then she gets this selfish, this little selfish bone where she don't think. And I can show you better than I can tell you. You know. So that's just where we is with that. Oh, my stomach itch. Ouch. Well, that came off. Oops. All right, y'all. So, any shoe. Let me see. When she moves, she'll call you more. Probably. Probably. Oh, Lord. Bless her heart and all her ports, honey. All her ports. Her daddy's almost just, he's like, he almost done washed his hands totally. But he said yesterday, he said, man, had she called me when I told her to? He said, I probably would have had to repent. He said, but I was going to tell her some stuff. She messing with the wrong one. Because he does not play about me. This man, this country man, a man, he clocks all the way out when it concerns me. I mean, he puts on the clown shoes, nose, wig, floppy hair. He does all that. He lets you know he's a clown right now. There's no mistaking about it. You know. So it is what it is. I don't know what that conversation was like this morning when he took her to work. I ain't even asked. He didn't volunteer. So that's just how we're going to do it. So anyway, we got 6 more minutes and then we'll be at 1:30. So I do appreciate everybody coming over. Um, did y'all get a chance to look at that documentary I was telling you all about? Osea. Is that what it was? Osea? Let me see. Hold on. Oh, shoot back. Oh, CEE. Okay, there we go. Don't forget this one. Let me see if they got a real quick trailer. Because like I said, all we got is 2 minutes. Let me see. Hold on. Yep, let's do this one. And then we'll go off after this, okay? I'm going to share this and then we'll go off after this. So let me go ahead and tell you, thank you so much for being a part of the Butterfly Queendom. I hope there was something said over here that will make you think. Also, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I'm trying to get my 1,000, y'all. I just want my community wild. That's basically... I be having a lot of stuff I want to share, and I don't have a community wall to share it on, like herbs and stuff like that. So yeah, if you all can help me get my 1,000, I really, really, really would appreciate it. If you can, on the day that you're not doing anything, go back through my videos. There may be something that you missed. I have some videos about molestation, rape, abuse, spiritual base. I touch all sectors and all segments. It's not one thing that I stay on. So I'm quite sure. I know it's okay. I'm quite sure there'll be something that you guys will enjoy, somebody can learn from. I am an author twice. I'm going to be an author 4 times. One of my books is due to be out in October, and the other one will be out December. So, and that's going to be the follow up to the other books. But the main one that's coming out in October is about my daughter, Jasmine. Uh, it goes into much detail than what I tell out here. That's why I don't tell a lot, because it is going to go into the book. Okay. Also, I am doing an EP. The EP will be out in October as well, the same time with the book. And I hope you all will support and everything. So, stay tuned. There's a lot of things popping up over here. I will be doing a segment with Mr. Anthony McNeil in regards to marriage, singleness, and sex. However he want to put it out there, we're going to be working together on that. We're going to have some fun with that. It's just a lot of stuff. So I'm going to share this with you. And then we'll be out of here. And thank you so much on this Monday for just coming over and keeping me company. Okay, here we go.
Anniversary in Florida's political and racial history.
100 years ago, a town was burned to the ground and many Black people killed after some Blacks were turned away from the polls. 8 on your side's Rod Carter is here now with more on the Ocoee massacre.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story. We actually told a lot of folks about this story during our political special, but right afterwards I got a call from someone who knows about this firsthand. It's something a lot of people in Florida simply do not know about or have never really heard about. Scores of homes burned, people killed, all over exercising the right to vote. One Tampa man knows that story very well. The man at the center of all of it 100 years ago was his great-grandfather.
In my mind, I was definitely thinking this can't be true.
The first time Stephen Nunn heard the story of the Ocoee massacre, it was over a hearty breakfast with his grandmother when he was a teenager.
Then all of a sudden she said, you know what? She said, I'm going to tell you a story, and I'm going to share it with you. But I'm sharing it with great reservation and hesitation because I vowed I'd never talk about it again.
When she was done, he was sort of in shock. During the 1920 presidential election, a group of Black Floridians went to the polls. Some were turned away, which led to a night of violence now known as the Ocoee Massacre. At the center of it, a man named July Perry. On November 2nd, 1920, Perry's friend Moses Norman, a Black man, went to vote and was turned away. Both Perry and Norman had encouraged other Blacks and women to vote in the 1920 presidential election, with Republican Warren G. Harding up against Democrat James Cox. That night, Perry was hanged, his wife and daughter brought to jail here in Hillsborough County. That daughter was Coretha, that's Nunn's grandmother.
Never in the history of the U.S. has a massacre such as what took place in Ocoee took place during voting time or over voting.
The story of the Ocoee Massacre on display right now at the Orange County Regional History Center in an exhibit called Yesterday, This Was Home.
At the end of the night, 2 white men have been killed. An unknown number of Black people have been murdered. That is a number we will probably never know.
But curator Pam Schwartz says it was about more than just money. It was about the land that Blacks owned.
Over several years, there is an ongoing series of land sales. The land was not just sort of snapped up by the white community and the Black people fled. The Black community did try to fight and keep their land.
Stephen Nunn's great-grandparents lost all of it.
And all of that land, the only way to put it today is it was robbed. They were robbed.
And now he wants this tragic story of his family's loss to serve as a lesson to the nation.
He was a just man. He was a community man, and he had to pay an awesome price over a principle that we still debate today, and some are lackadaisical about it.
And to this day, almost 100 years later, which will be on November 2nd, no one has ever been brought to justice for the Ocoee Massacre. This week, by the way, the city of Ocoee is hosting a week-long celebration to honor and remember the Ocoee Massacre, really all of the African Americans who called that home. It will culminate with the unveiling of a historic marker to remember the victims and all of the African Americans who live there.
You know, and so eye-opening coming up to an election, so many
Right.
people not taking advantage of voting. They have this opportunity to see what has happened to people in the past.
And you see what happened when people were trying to get other folks to the
Right.
polls to vote, and you don't use that right. That's why people talk about voting is so important.
Powerful stuff. Right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I just wanted to share that with you. When you get a chance, as I stated to you all last week, check that out because we will be talking about that.
Growing up, only thing I knew
I'm
about
sorry,
Roy
one moment.
was that
Like I said, we will be talking about that and everything, and we're going to look and see how far we've came since that. So I thank you guys so much. Thank you so much again, April 300, NC Girl, Baba Mimi, Londo, Jermaine G, and anybody else that I missed, and all my butterflies that's flying around. I appreciate you guys for being over here. You all be safe, stay out of the mess, and have a great day. And nobody told you you're intelligent, you are. If nobody told you that you're loved, I love you. Smooches.